Welcome to Newsmax TV. I'm Kathleen Walter. With us now is the former mayor of Boston and former U.S. ambassador to the Vatican, Ray Flynn. And Ambassador Flynn, thanks for being with us at this tragic time. Of course, our hearts go out to you and everyone in Boston dealing with this horrific tragedy right now.
Yeah, it was a horrible, horrible situation. And, you know, I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get this out of our mind.
First, how are folks there in Boston doing, and can you describe for us the mood there today?
Well, you know, it's the Boston Marathon, of course, and Patriots Day is such a meaningful day for all Boston residents. And so it's a day when, you know, people reflect on the great tradition and heritage of our nation and the birthplace of American freedom and the Revolution and patriotism. So we have all of that, and then we have what we think is the greatest athletic event of all athletic events, and there were many good ones, and I've participated in the Boston Marathon personally many, many times. And this is not something you would ever expect to happen in Boston on Patriots Day or Boston Marathon Day, as some people refer to it. And it's really painful because of the fact that it's such a treasure, not just for Boston residents, but it's as I say, it's the most exciting, and personally, it's probably the greatest sporting event, and I've played a lot of sports in my day, but it's probably the greatest sporting event in the world. Some would argue the Olympics maybe, but this is really special, and that's why this is so painful for the people of Boston. But you know, it's not going to get us down. We're going to bounce back. We're going to be better and bigger and stronger next year for Patriots Day and for the Boston Marathon.
And Mr. Ambassador, I understand that you had family there at the finish line. How are they doing, and what's the story that they told you about what happened?
Well, I was there myself. I was at the Boston Marathon. I was speaking to a number of Olympians and previous Boston Marathon winners over the years. And so we had a lovely discussion. And then I left my daughter and kids there, 4 grandchildren, and they're little kids, and they love it. The little children love being there. They're right there at the finish line. And I had to leave because I was babysitting for another child that I had to take care of, another grandchild. And so I left about an hour and a half. I was there for 3 hours, but I left about an hour and a half before the explosion took place. And fortunately, my daughter, Maureen, who, by the way, whose picture is in the New York Times today with her little children at the finish line, she called me on her cell phone. And thank God she did, because the cell phones were shut down in a few minutes. And she called me, and I said, "Stay, you know, do what the police tell you." And they told her to run in the direction away because they thought that there was perhaps another bomb. And so I saw her with the 4 little kids and took her to safety and took her home. And so you know, they're still shook up. I don't think this is something that people who were there and witnessed and experienced this are going to soon forget.
Mr. Ambassador, we've seen the video and photos of the devastation and of the carnage. That said, are there any stories that you can share with us about the heroism and courage of the people of Boston and the folks at the event yesterday?
Well, you know, I stayed around the area for a good period of time last night, and a number of people came up and they were sharing their stories with me. You know, one thing that's worth noting is we have so many hospitals and medical centers, some of the greatest in the world. People come from all over the country, all over the world, to visit to be treated at our medical centers, the Mass General Hospital and all that. And as a result of that, you know, here we were able to take care of any kind of crisis, even one as large as this. And as a result of that, I think that, and we have a great emergency medical response system in the city of Boston, well trained and, you know, great pride. So I think the health care component that we have in Boston, I think it went a long way in helping people, in saving people's lives. I firmly believe that. And we see these stories from medical people, from doctors, and family members. You know, we had one kid, a young boy here, 8-year-old boy, who was killed. His father was finishing the marathon. He was the father is well-known, well-respected family in this neighborhood here, and so it's really this is something that Boston is a city of neighborhoods, and it's a city that it's like they say in Cheers, where everybody knows your name, and so it's like a family event, and that's why we're in shock, in pain, but we're committed that this isn't going to get the best of Boston.
The current mayor of Boston today, Mayor Menino, vowed that Boston will overcome this. How does the city begin to put the pieces back together, move forward, and return to normal?
Well, I think what we do is we don't want to forget it, and we want to build on it from a standpoint of tighter security, making sure that people who frequent places where there's a large crowd, and I would say this to any community in the United States. As a former mayor, as a former United States ambassador who experienced great training, anti-terrorism training and so forth, you have to take these necessary steps in order to protect innocent people. I saw so many people walking around Boston yesterday, thousands of them, carrying backpacks. Now, I admit that I'm a bit old for carrying a backpack, but what they have in those backpacks, how necessary are they in terms of going to a theater or going to a place frequented by the public? The Boston Marathon yesterday, thousands and thousands of people there. I don't know if that's what really brought the explosives devices into the crowded area, but it's little things like that I think we have to really have to think about and be more cautious about everything around us, because we're vulnerable in many respects, and Boston is a city with many great universities and colleges, and Harvard and MIT and all that. And a lot of the young people here are on visas, student visas. And oftentimes they come here on a student visa and they don't return home. And maybe cracking down on that one is something that I would look at if I were people in authority.
So you think there should be fewer foreign nationals in Boston?
I think there should be really a closer scrutiny of who they are, and when they don't return home, really make sure that you follow up on those things. There's some of these students that come here, go to school here, and then they never leave. Now there must be a way of them being required to furnish where they're going to be living and reporting and so forth. There has to be a way of coordinating that.
President Obama today said authorities still don't know whether the attack was foreign or domestic, the work of a group or an individual, or what the motive might be. What are the challenges that you see with this investigation?
It would seem to me that no patriotic American would ever do this to their fellow Americans. I mean, this is a cowardly, sick person or a group of people that would do this, who obviously hate Americans, hate America. So, my heart tells me it's people who hate America, who want to destroy America, and that's why, safety is our most important function of government, providing the safety for all of our citizens. And there's no stone that gets unturned when protecting the citizens of our nation.
Last question for you, Mr. Mayor. If folks across the nation wish to help those in Boston right now, is there anything they can do?
Well, I think they're going to be setting up some sort of camp, cause to help some of the victims. I know that. I know people. I'm going to be giving blood myself, but there's always prayer, and there's always supporting people. Just a kind word, a kind act. Saying, look, the best of America, the best days of America has yet to come, and that especially includes the city of Boston and its people.
Ambassador Ray Flynn, thanks so much for being with us on
Sure.
this somber day today. And thank you for watching Newsmax TV.